Hello, in this video we're going to be looking at how we're going to import our data. We're looking at the filtering options available to us and then the tools and techniques to help us import the data into the software. Righto, so we're now in the software and we see that we've got our management tree here with our two growers and our two farms and two fields. This is exactly what you would have created before you started harvest with all the management tree information on it. We can see that because it's all in lowercase and is all as you would have prepared it beforehand. So to bring the yield data in, what we need to do is click Read Job Data. We need to, if it isn't already selected, select IntelliView 2 plus 2, 3, 4 or whichever monitor it is coming from. Then we go across the browse and select our first data file from the monitor. So we do them in alphabetical order. All we have to do is just select on top of the CM1, click OK, and it will read it into the software. Here we've only got 6 tasks, so nice and quick to import, and this is what we like to see. We don't want to see loads and loads of tasks because that will take longer to import. Just to look at the boxes down here, we've got a number of tick boxes, depending on whether we've recorded boundaries on our combine or not, or whether we have boundaries already in our software. If this is the first time that you've brought data in, you probably won't have boundaries in there, but if you do and they're your master boundaries and you want to keep them, then untick this box, and if we don't want to update what is already in there. If this is the first time and you've created some boundaries on your header, then tick this box here. Skip confirming farm and field information and skip confirming supplies, equipment and people. Later on you can tick these. I'll leave these unticked at the moment so you can see what happens. On the filter button, it's well worth using the filter to filter out low yielding parts of the yield and high parts that are unusually low and unusually high and don't reflect what is happening in the field. So we got anything below 50 kilograms and anything above 15 ton here. You can set the maximum and minimum. It's entirely up to you, or you don't have to use the filter at all. We can use that later once the data has come in. The advantage of using it here is that it'll filter out the data from all the tasks and you don't have to do it retrospectively. It'll apply the same filter across all crops, and so whether it's wheat, barley, oats, beans, whatever it is, it will put the filter on exactly the same. So you may want to use it later if you've got a wide variance of crops. But the choice is yours, and we'll look at using the filter a little later, but it's quite helpful to use it at this stage. So we click OK, and then we click OK again, and we start to synchronize the data. Now the advantage of only having a few tasks to start with is that the import process is reasonably quick. The larger the file, the longer it will take. The older your computer, probably the longer it will take, and it is all down to computer size and processing power. The larger the file, if you leave it to the end of the harvest, for example, then the data file will be much greater, and it can take many hours to bring it in, depending on the amount of data that you've got and the speed of your computer. I'm just going to press pause here now rather than watching blue lines go across the screen, and I'll be back with you once the linker screens appear. Okay, we're now at our linker screen, linker window, and this is where we're linking the information from the monitor to the information that the software requires. So we see that the job that we have here is a harvesting one, and it's linked it automatically to a harvesting resource in the software. So the thing we do is click OK. We're now bringing 2 commodities in, so we're bringing winter barley and seed rape in. They're new, so we don't need to link them. We just click OK, they'll be created automatically. We've got our operator, and we haven't got any operators in at the moment as this is the first time, so we click OK. This is our monitor, and so we need to bring that in. We click OK. And this is where we get our commodity properties. If we want to put a value for that crop in at this stage, we can do, and we click OK. If I have ticked the boxes here that says skip confirming supplies, equipment, people, or confirming farm and field information, we don't get to see these boxes. So that's all that is doing, and so it just takes a little bit of time. Click OK again. Here is our operator. We click OK to get them. Now our machine properties, as this is the first time that we've brought this machine into the software, we need to identify it as a harvesting machine. And from the categories, and we can see there's a number of other machines there, but we need to identify that that machine is a harvesting machine. And we click OK, and now we see that the data is coming in, and the first thing that we notice in above in the main window of our software is that we have some black boxes. This is a great thing to see because this indicates that we have GPS data associated with our task, so we will get a yield map. If we don't have boxes there, then there will have been an issue with the GPS recording process, and there won't be any boxes there, and therefore no yield data. So this is exactly what we want to see. We've got all our tasks in, we've got our clients in, farms in, and we're starting to see some crosses now on our management tree where the data has been brought in. So that's exactly what we want to see. There's another video that will describe how we start to move around the data and start to analyze our maps.